celebrate the Windbloom Festival around this time of year? Paimon has lots of good memories from the last one. The sweet scent of flowers on the breeze, the sweet smell of tasty snacks on the breeze, the feeling of the breeze on your face? The only downside was the lack of commissions. But Paimon's sure that was just a one-time thing. There's gotta be someone who needs our help, right? Let's go see how things are this year.
Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact! I was not expecting Paimon to start speaking, but I'm glad I switched to the game as soon as I did. It has been a while since we have Genshin'd on stream. But they have just released 3.5, which is new content for us. A bunch of it, including a new event, apparently. What? Hey, where did... I normally sent him here. How was he missing from that? That's weird. Okay, well. So, a few things before we actually start. One, as you might expect, I've been, doing stuff like commissions and whatnot off stream. I always do that. The whole quest that was going on out here, the one with the girl in the Tanit tribe, whatever. The Tanit tribe's gone, by the way. We killed them all. They turned on us trying to get the Jinn. Also, the Jinn doesn't talk anymore. Their bottle is still with us, and we still get the effects, but we don't, like, as you can see here, but she doesn't talk anymore. Bye-bye, Lilupar. So yeah, there was a bunch of smaller quests like that, which were apparently part of the bigger quest line, which I didn't stream. Oops. Well, let's see what I can just clear here first. Yeah, Windbloom's Breath. That, as you just saw, started today. I might do that event on stream because it appears to be voiced. New character, we got Dia here, and this is what we'll be starting with. New Archon quest. Before we do, her quest there. And then a Hangout quest. Or Hangout series. It may be a few days of this game. But one thing I noticed that they gave us, this is new, in the tour guide here, you actually get stuff for completing the Archon quests. So it's doing I went through chapter 1, as you can see there already. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do the rest of these on stream just to give you an idea of how far we've come. And then we're going to do some polls because each of these, or do some wishes because each of these gives us one of those and we have a lot now. Alright, so Autumn Wind Scarlet Leaves, chapter 2 prologue. Chapter 2 Act 1, Immovable God and Eternal Euthymia. Wait, Archon Quest Chapter 2 was Inazuma? I thought that was Chapter 3. Huh. Stillness, Sublimation of Shadow, Act 2. Act 3, Omnipresence over Mortals. Look at all this stuff. And that Sanctifying Essence is for upgrading artifacts, and I did a lot of that with what I gathered from just Chapter 1. Interlude Chapter, Act 1, The Crane Returns on the Wind. Chapter 2, Act 4, Requiem of the Echoing Depths. Interlude, Act 2, Perilous Trail. Chapter 3, Act 1, Through Mists of Smoke and Forest Dark. The first time we came to Sumeru. The Morn a Thousand Roses Bring, Act 2. Act 3, Dreams, Emptiness, Deception. Look at all these. Act 4, King Deshret and the Three Magi. Act 5, Akasha Pulses, Copper Flame Rises. We definitely stream these. Interlude Act 3, Inversion of Genesis. Chapter 3, Act 4, Act 6, sorry. Carabert. Oh, that's our new one. Okay, so that just got us... Take a look here. We now have 34, which means we get 3 Wish times 10s. And not only that, from it being a new month, I pulled in some of these, so we'll get one of these too. I'll do that last. So let's give it a shot. We get 3 of these. And like, I never go for the weapon ones, but I might consider it if I have all these. Also depends on who we get. Blood-tainted greatsword. Blood-tainted greatsword. Jean! We get a constellation for her. Nice. She's someone I've actually leveled up quite a bit. Though not to my main party, really. Skyrider sword. Slingshot. Emerald orb. Cool steel. Sharpshooter's oath. Barbara! We already have the full constellation for her. Black tassel. That was a relatively good pull. Because 2 characters. Even if we don't get anything for one of them. Let's try it again! Emerald orb. Blood-tainted greatsword. Emerald orb. Sharpshooter's oath. Ferris shadow. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. Debate Club. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. Favonius Greatsword. Debate Club. And that's a bad pull, because it is all weapons. Even if we're going to get another upgrade on that Favonius Greatsword, which we do already have. And another try here. Blood-tainted greatsword. Black tassel. Black tassel. Sharpshooter's oath. Black tassel. Emerald orb. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. Emerald orb. Bennett, we already have your full constellation too. Emerald orb. Wow, that is also a bad pull. We got 1 okay pull and 2 bad ones. Great. Well, let's try this one. See what I get from you. Sacrificial fragments. Starting with our 4-star weapon. Okay. Brewing Tales of Dragon Slayers. Sharpshooter's Oath. Debate Club. Skyrider Sword. Blood-tainted Greatsword. Candace. Huh, that's a constellation, so it's not too bad. Harbinger of Dawn. Even if it is someone I don't use. Slingshot. Harbinger of Dawn. Meh. That's okay. I think the book is new, though. Alright, that was a bunch of stuff. Let's go here. Oop, wrong button. Jean! Jean picks up an elemental orb particle. All party members have their movement speed and attack speed increased? That's cool. People's Aegis. Alright, where's Candace? There you are. Oh, it's your 4th. Shortens the hold cooldown of that move, the same as the tapping cooldown? Sure. I guess I got her between when I streamed last. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, there's a special event going on? I mean, a lot of this I'm just going to try and clear the notification. I'll have to do that from the computer. Yeah, for some reason, this menu in particular loads really slowly on the PC and slows everything down. I don't get it. Oh, it's Chi-Chi's birthday. Birthdays are not important. Happiness is. I don't need orders to find out what brings me happiness. Things like coconut milk, little finches, and you. Thinking about these things makes me happy. Seeing them makes me even happier. I have been practicing facial stretches. When you stop by, I will show you my progress. With practice, I can now smile, just like you. It's a bit stiff. I need more practice. And we haven't seen Chi-Chi in a while, have we? But if I remember correctly, that is what she sounds like. Alright, quests. Yeah, here's the festival, but we have the main quest here, and Dia's story, and Faruzan's hangout. So, first we are doing Caribert. Where are you taking me? Port Ormos. Alright. Let's begin. Hope everyone is having a good Friday. I took my car in for an oil change today and ended up spending a lot of money on a bunch of maintenance that I both had an inkling I might need and didn't know I would need. It was a lot. I spent a lot. But it's worth it because it's my car and having a reliable method of transportation is very important. Also, I can spare the cash, even though it's $1,800. Yeah. So that was a bit, that was a lot. But I got it done.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat, right?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we aren't always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim.
Ah!
So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here.
Great, well, let me see this letter. I'm really curious who could have sent it.
Of course, here it is.
I know who it
All
is.
yours.
We all know who it is.
Come on!
It's Dainsleif.
Let's have a look too.
Oh, that's a new layout. Wait, fucking Kaya? It's been a while. How have you been? Heard the two of you are traveling to Sumeru, and I happen to be in Port Ormos on official business. Lately, I've been stopping by Gialfra Tavern for a drink or two every afternoon. If luck's on my side and this letter successfully reaches you, come to me then and we'll catch up on old times. We'll see it as a fated encounter. Your trusted buddy, Kaya.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well.
Yeah, I can't say I'm hugely surprised. This is definitely Kaya's style.
From what he wrote in the
Also, I
letter,
hope I got his voice
he
pretty
didn't
well.
think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Very scheming indeed. Well, no harm done. Be nice to catch up with him.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon.
Oh,
Perhaps
just
we can
Jafar.
stop in on him then, huh?
Huh. Caribert, started. Okay, I was sure it was gonna be Dainsleif. Like, he's right here. He's gonna show up, I'm sure, just I wasn't expecting that. Wine-scented letter. You have anything else to say?
This was a first for me. It's a good thing luck was on my side.
Okay. It's rare that we ever go out this way anyway. So, it's like they gave us this cool lighthouse and whatnot, and this spit of land to get out here, these docks, and never give us a reason to actually go there. Wait until the following afternoon. Also, where is Jafar Tavern? Isn't that back in the city? Alright. First of all, why did you not go away? As much as I want to go to the event, it's a web event. It would turn up on... I don't even know if I can open it from here. Oh well. When? 16. Oh, just past the time. And sunrise. We yawned and it was the right time. Oh, it's right here. Oh, hi Gaia.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Oh yeah, I was definitely
Sorry,
right.
sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
If you say so.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
You? Terrified? I don't buy it.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes.
Huh.
Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as
Also
the
from a
rumors say.
prominent wine family.
How did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
That does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master Diluc are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Had to bring him up.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain.
I'm guessing you've been to Sumeru before.
Oh? What makes you say that?
You came to Sumeru all on your own, so you must be quite familiar with the place.
Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And? Do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to go into great detail.
Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Don Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru.
Okay, alright. That also answered a question. Up until now, from his interactions with Diluc, I had been under the assumption they were brothers. But that told us, oh, they're not blood brothers. Kaya was adopted into the family. Fascinating. Conria,
And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo.
Doesn't
and
everyone here come
silently
from
joined the
Conria,
merchant
technically?
delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you.
Speaking of Conria, how much do you know about it?
Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young.
Hey,
My life had
Dane.
less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to give me a happier life. A happy life sounds good to me, of course, even if it means being cut off from certain things. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
Albrecht.
One death afternoon, please, boss.
Sup, Dane?
Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsmith?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsliff, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted. Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Oh, shit!
Huh?
The Abyss Order? The founder?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Oh. What?
Very clever.
From his
Forgive me
eyes?
for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way.
No, he literally didn't even know his last name was
Hey,
connected.
hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing?
Nope.
Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been.
I trust you, Kai.
Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
That was weird framing.
Well, alright then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
I thought it was going to point to something behind him, but then he stood up and
Dave,
framed right.
No need to listen in for
It just
the
didn't
silence
time well.
Next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry?
Yeah?
This remains to be seen.
So you said that an Albrecht founded the Abyss Order? I thought my sibling was the founder.
Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
So what do you plan to do here in Sumeru?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan. We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
You've got a new lead?
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together.
All the way back then? So that was already a thing several centuries ago?
Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time.
Are you concerned about the Abyss Order? Or are we waiting for the perfect moment?
No, it's just, I'm still waiting for my drink.
I mean, he ordered one. Finish his drink, you prepare to travel to Avidya Forest. Alright. Ah, that cave. If it is the cave we're going to. Huh. I don't have any of the things for it. Ah, we're not going to the cave, we're going up there. Man. It's not often nowadays that I play this game with the sound so high, because I'm kind of just doing daily stuff. So it's like, oh yeah. There's good background sounds and music here in the forest. Yeah. Why are we climbing? Just, you can walk this part. On the hill.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there. But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here.
What?
It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
That looks... What do you mean ages since it was lit? That looks like it was lit yesterday. Recently put out.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging it.
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane.
Which, of course, he doesn't do because he doesn't want to show up outside of cutscenes. Yet. What am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing the marker. Oh, how nice.
So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh, this place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's lived here in years.
Investigate carefully. We mustn't miss a single detail.
This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp.
Well,
Can't be all that comfortable.
it's dark and damp because no one's been here for a while. Also, it's not dark. It's well lit. Ooh, come on.
you smell it?
Yeah.
There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine ball?
That's a mortar and pestle.
Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane.
And what looks like the most important.
There's a box over here. Why don't we open it?
Why'd the light go out?
And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off.
What in the world is going through your head?
Huh? This is a mirror.
Broken mirror.
Broken too. Was this a makeup box?
It's just a regular mirror. Just broken.
That's kind of disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret, especially after Dane talked this place up. Doesn't look like there's anything else worth her attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here. But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises?
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
Oh, just some slimes.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. He's in surprisingly good shape for a 500-year-old.
Ha!
Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then.
Okay.
Good thing there's a fireplace over there. Let's make ourselves...
Yeah. Did I even get hurt? Yeah, I did. There we go. Fire, and before you know it, night sets in. Whoop! Nighttime. Shadows move.
Their cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you.
Well, freeloading comes more naturally to you than most.
Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we?
I mean, you don't seem to have anywhere else to go.
Don't take this the wrong way
So-
or anything, but, do you ever get tired of Paimon being around?
Only when you're written badly. It's like, should I be nice or just kind of meh? I'm just gonna go meh.
Okay, fine. Paimon should have known you weren't gonna say anything nice.
Yeah.
So, next question. don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your sister?
That's a good question. What was it like traveling with someone we only saw in the opening cutscene? We'd gaze at the stars just like this, and we'd point at the planets we wanted to visit. Okay.
Wow.
We traveled through the universe, always by each other's side. We saw all manner of hope and despair. This is the first time we've ever been separated. If nothing else, I just want to know what happened.
Yeah. Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Tavat.
Just you wait, Heavenly Principles. And you too, Tavat. Why did we have to repeat her? Come on.
You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, because if you're sad, Paimon will be too.
Thanks.
Alright. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up.
Well, this is a first. Paimon not going to bed before me.
Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once.
Alright. Good night then, Paimon.
Nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
They give us so many of these, in quotes, choices. Memories of your sibling fill your mind as you fall soundly asleep. It's loading.
Hey,
Oh.
time to wake up. The sun has risen.
Sup, Dane? The fuck you been? Whoa. Dane?
What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling last night, didn't you?
We're seeing her memories.
Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the forest to investigate.
Are you going back into the forest? Oh, no, we're us. How did I sleep till morning? Why didn't Paimon wake me up to switch shifts? Hang on a moment. Where is Paimon anyway? I vaguely remember Dane coming over. Did Paimon go into the woods with him, seeing how I hadn't woken up yet? Whatever the case, looks like it's just me here for now. Guess it's time to stretch my limbs and have a look around. Wait, did that noise come from inside the house? Hey, Paimon, is that you? Not the time for hide and seek. No reply. I should go inside and check. We're gonna look in the mirror. Yeah. Ooh, star-crossed night. Yeah, we're gonna look in that mirror and see our sister. It is currently hundreds of years in the past. We are looking through our sister's eyes.
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, you startled me.
This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose into my business. Begone!
Interesting garb. Yeah, I'm definitely right about this. Oh, just calm down. I'm only here to look for my traveling companion.
Your travel companion? You mean the one that was keeping watch by your side last night? Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. That much I saw with my own eyes.
Thought so. Still, I don't know if I can trust this person's word just yet. So you mean to say that you were nearby last night?
What business is that of yours, All you need to know is that I claimed this place first, and what I do here is none of your concern. Do I make myself quite clear? Leave.
Something strange about this person. Need to find out what he's hiding.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't think I'll have much luck trying to find my companion in the woods. I think I'm better off waiting here for them to come back.
If you must. Suit yourself.
What is with the laughter?
I've been observing you, and you don't look like a forest ranger, nor someone from the academia. Still, I'm warning you, no funny business. Promise me that, and you can do as you please.
I'm no villain. Nor will I pretend to be a saint.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Just move aside. I'm heading in.
May I join you? I was out here all night. I'm cold.
You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way. I knew I wasn't going to be able to hide this anyway. Just come in. But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? You understand me?
Relax. I've been around. It takes a lot to faze me.
Come on then.
The fuck is going on? A hilichurl? No, a hilichurl?
Mind your own business. Don't worry. He isn't aggressive. How could he be? He was too young for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find yourself a corner to rest if you're tired.
Wait, I didn't get a look at his eyes before, but you're from Conria, aren't you?
Huh?
Yeah, his eyes. Look at that.
No, Conria. Who are you? Exactly. And how do you know I'm from Conria?
I've met others from Conria. You close your eyes.
Do you worship a god, traveler?
I follow no god. In fact, I count some of them as my foes. Actually, I... Oh, this actually feels like a choice for once. And if I remember correctly, Conrians didn't, like, they fell because they went to war with the gods. I'll go with the truth. Though I count some of them as my friends.
Sounds like you've had an eventful life. All right, well, my name is Ida, and you are correct. I was once Conrian. Oh, I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned, humans who do not worship the Seven are nigh extinct. And all who place faith in the gods are my enemies.
Sounds a little too black and white.
That may be. But the fact is that chances to talk to people like yourself have been few and far between since the cataclysm. This wretched curse of immortality. Who knows how long I must continue to suffer like this?
What is the curse of immortality exactly? Take it that's how you've survived for so long?
The curse. It was a little gift given to the people of Conria by those vile gods. We lost our home, our loved ones, everything. The agony of the cataclysm itself was already too much to bear, but then came the curse, robbing us any chance of release. All we can do is watch helplessly as our souls erode and our bodies decay.
So it is just like Dane, someone who bears the curse of immortality. So why did some people turn into hilichurls while you were afflicted by this curse instead?
Because
Although Conria began with a single bloodline, it was a home to others too. Any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our fellow citizens. When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared the greater sinners. Upon us the gods placed the curse of immortality. But those whose ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished with the curse of the wilderness as they fled, turning them into monsters.
So, who is this Hilichurl to you?
He is Kari Bear, my illegitimate son. How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no consequence now, but it was once a matter of unspeakable shame. I was a noble of Conria. I resented the life that my family had arranged for me. And then, one day, I met a beautiful woman amongst the people. Her roots were in Mondstadt, but that mattered not to me. It was love at first sight.
Okay, so Conria...
Kari Bear faced great hardship from the very moment of his birth. All due to my selfish desires, and I was never able to be there by his side for any of it.
So, yeah, I thought Conria was just, like, the ancient civilization of the land, which then split up into the different areas, but it sounds more like it was another country that existed in hundreds of years ago. And it was just the one country that was destroyed and had this curse inflicted upon them. Whereas the others, which were the domains of the gods that we've been going to see, remain the domains of the gods and were unaffected.
After all that, he turned into a Hilichurl right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him.
What happened to his mother?
She was. We were separated. I do not wish to dwell on it.
I'm sorry. I know this must cause you great pain.
It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Kari Bear.
What do you plan to do now? What were you planning to do around here?
Yes, that reminds me. I only returned here to check on Kari Bear, but I do have other things I wish to do. You may come with me, if you're so inclined. Over here.
Crafting bench?
I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Kari Bear here to Sumeru. Well, it's because he needs medicine.
Wait, hold on.
It can only be made here.
I don't think his model loaded in.
Which will help him to recover his clarity of mind.
Recover his clarity of mind? When we were in the chasm, Dane said that the curse could not be undone. Is recovery really possible?
I do not hope to break the curse. I am well aware of my
he didn't
power
load
to
in for this
the
scene.
punishment of the gods. But it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god of wisdom and can awaken the mind from a state of deep stupor. It has been used in the past to treat cases of mania.
Like yours?
I believe that it might just work.
Where did you hear of this?
I read about it in a book. From the Royal Library of Conria. It was banned. I mean, since this medicine requires the power of the seven to work. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. I was leafing through some forbidden text and happened upon it.
You know, there must have been a reason it was banned. It sounds dangerous. Actually, no, it sounds like it was banned specifically because it used the power of the seven, and Conria was against them.
What other choice do I have? What exactly would you have me do?
Well, at the moment, I'd have you become visible.
Gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now?
Alright, don't get too worked up. I understand, no matter what, you have to try.
Never mind. As long as you understand. I'm sorry. I struggle to take control of my mood sometimes. Perhaps a consequence of having lived too long. As it happens, I am in dire need of some help to make this medicine. My hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be decaying from within. All thanks to this curse of immortality.
You're immortal, why would you be decaying?
To start with, take this ingredient.
Oop, that's not a mushroom we've seen before. It's similar in shape, but not in color. I've never seen a mushroom of this kind before.
Also, do you have any of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? I believe they're called Kalpalata lotuses and Sumeru roses.
I do. I picked some before you.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, in that case, we have everything we need. This is the method for making the medicine. You just need to follow.
Why did it
the
flash like
steps.
that?
Over here.
Oh, learned how to make whatever it is. Wait.
I'm sure you're
Oh, no.
wondering why I brought Karibert here to Sumeru. Well, one which will help him to recover his...
We've done this. We've done this already.
But it is
Oh no, are we? Have we crashed? Are we in a loop?
in my youth, the gods have already... Never mind. As it happens, my hands don't have the dexterity. Okay. Also, do you have any,
We still didn't load in for this loop.
Sumeru's regional specialties on hand?
Okay. Strange mushroom. Well, he's loaded in now. The fuck? The nameless taboo medicine of the royal court. Earth and water, wind and fire, craft for me what I desire. Looks different from the crafting benches we normally use. Which I haven't even looked at in a while. Yeah, I guess I could make these. Wow. There's a lot of stuff I could make from everything I've gotten. Sorry, I just, like I said, hadn't looked at this in a while. Yeah. The sickness unto near death. Hello, Aid.
Is it done?
Okay, you're here.
Splendid. Let me see. In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses.
Excuse me? Is it time to give him the medicine?
No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this Medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven.
Ouch, that can't be easy for someone from Conria. Since he needs the God of Wisdom's power, should I get Nahida to help? Forget it. Aid hates the gods, it could complicate things. I'll just do it his way.
Bring the medicine with you.
Also, I still don't think we're in modern times. I wanted us to look at that mirror that was in there, see that it's not broken, see our sister's face in it, and drop it. In which case it breaks. But maybe we're not there yet. Maybe that is a thing and it just hasn't happened yet.
Look at this statue. How can I bow before this thing? God of Wisdom!
It's
Look at
still
me.
in its initial state.
I will utter no prayer, nor will I sing your praises. You and your kind destroyed my home, wrought unfathomable suffering on my compatriots, yet here I stand before you. You cannot mock me more than fate itself already has. God of Wisdom, I seek not to disavow myself of the sinful blood that flows through my veins. I wish only to beseech you to have pity upon a young and unfortunate soul, my son, Caribert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no fate for a child. If everything the gods have done was in order to have the impious people of Conria bow their heads, then I bow to you now. I have given up all I ever stood for. All I ask is for a tiny miracle. For Caribert to see this world once more. Please, God. I beg of you.
Give this guy an Oscar. I may not know the whole truth behind the cataclysm, but the people of Conria have truly suffered. Why could Conria and the Seven not coexist in peace?
I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day. Let's go.
Things will get better. Hold on. Currently, yep, special story mode cannot look at the map. If you look at my mini-map, they put a border around where we can and can't go. It's normally the edge of the map border. I was going to see if we could actually look at the map. Oh, there's a few other things we can't do. Oop, wrong one.
Caribert?
The Hilichurl seems almost lifeless. Its reactions to everything are incredibly weak.
Well, we've prepared the medicine. We might as well try it.
With your help, Aid feeds the newly made medicine to the Hilichurl.
Caribert, it's me. It's your father. Caribert.
So I was really hoping they'd actually show it taking off its, or we would take off its mask in order to feed it. But what we've heard about Hilichurl's masks so far is mostly rumors, but stuff like they wear the mask because they can't look at their own faces. They can't bear to look at them. So they hide them from the world? Something like that? I really want to know what's underneath.
Caribert,
Anything?
please say something. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side all these years. I've never left you, not once. Are you still angry with me, Caribert? I know you're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Caribert. Forgive me. Please, say something, anything. Please. Please.
Ed, stop. Didn't work.
Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to you. I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it. But you won't even let me die. I knew it. I should never have trusted anything that had to do with the gods. I was just deluding myself. The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment.
Calm down, Aid. There might be other reasons it didn't work.
Other reasons? What do you mean?
Such as, who knows, perhaps the dosage was too low? Or maybe it takes a full course of treatment.
Huh. You really think so?
You have to exhaust all options unless you're really ready to give up on Caribert.
Give up? No, never. And yes, you're right. I cannot let myself wallow in despair. Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? I do not lack for time.
That's the spirit? To have infinite time, yet no hope, can only be called torture.
Let's go. We'll make another dose. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual mushroom, which makes things complicated, but not impossible.
Where did you get those mushrooms from anyway?
I grow them in that field.
Wait, in a field? Like a crop?
The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity and just do as I instruct. If you truly wish to help me, that is how you can do it.
Fine.
There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you to collect some water from there around 2 in the afternoon. I'll be here watching Caribert. Once you're back, I will make some fertilizer for the mushrooms.
Got it.
Good. Then please head over when the time comes.
Time passes quickly. Before you know it, it's 2 in the afternoon. Go and do that, then. This is certainly an uncomfortable story. A wee bit faster. Ah. I was wondering if I could pause. Being that pausing is called the Paimon menu. But nope. Apparently not. Strange mushroom watering water. Nope, wrong one. I wanted to see what the extents of the map were, since it seems to be a bit oblong, but I guess it is pretty much just here.
Ah, you're back. Coribert's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water.
It carefully waters his field.
I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Understand?
Of course. Secret
good.
safe with me.
I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
You wait in the field for aid to return. After a while... Monsters! So many of them. It looks like they're coming for this field. Does watering the field somehow attract monsters? Better fend them off. Wait, I still have my party. How do I still have my party? You'd think they would, like, lock it to the Traveler in this mode, but I guess not. Oh, there's more. Trying to have him for the last one, but I guess not really a thing, huh?
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to hide and wait until they were gone. Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take some time to kick in, so let's get on with it.
Aid spreads the fertilizer evenly. Before long, the elemental energy starts
Next,
to
we
whatever.
pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you still remember the method.
Ugh. Easy enough. Hey, the medicine's ready.
Oh, sorry. I just, after resting in this field for a while, my thoughts began to wander. I have been so very wary for many years. If only I could fall asleep here in this field and never wake up again.
But though the curse denies you even this, you still have Caribert.
I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your help once again. And now, for the final step. Back to the Statue of the Seven.
Are you going to be a bit nicer in your, quote, prayer, unquote, this time? Last time it was like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I need you. So I'm here.
We're here. Let's begin. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Caribert!
What? He left the house?
Oh no! He must have left while we were too busy preparing the medicine to notice. Come on! We have to catch up with him!
How did he get down there? Why would that have been the direction he went? Wait, is that him? Because he doesn't seem to have a...
That's not Caribert.
No, it's not. There's no silk scarf around his arm.
Right. Caribert's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. I use it now as a marker of sorts. My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize my own son? This decrepit body of mine.
Still, this Elytral, there's something strange about it.
Yes. It doesn't seem interested in us in the least. It seems intent on walking in that direction. Where could it be going?
No idea. Let's go have a look.
Yes. The more we know about hilly churls, the better.
Oh, now we're allowed to go this way. We're reaching the end of the marked path. What the hell? The marked area. Oh, we're just following it.
Did it go in here? Well, let's head in.
Unknown Sanctuary. Went to a domain?
What a ghastly place. Has
Is
it
this-
always existed? I swear I've never noticed it before.
Look, what are those hilly trolls doing?
Huh. It looks like they're worshipping. Sometimes walking, sometimes kneeling in worship, and it appears to be in earnest. I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
Is this the place we found before where hilly trolls go to rest? The air here in this creepy scene, it's eerily familiar. Elementer of Fate's End. Yeah, we're just gonna go past you. I should have waited. Yo. Oh, that's party setup. We didn't want to hurt them, right? Whoa!
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
It's voiced! What do you know? They actually gave him more lines. Thank you. You should actually have him speak for his lines. Like, damn. Oop. Monsters we can fight. Yeah, I'm not expecting there to be chests, I guess. There always could be, but... Oh, okay. I was expecting not to be able to collect anything during this mission because we're very obviously in the past. Okay, that was pretty cool. Oh, we're up here now. We've just gone through, I guess... Yeah, we went through that way and ended up here. Okay. They certainly know how to make a door opening look cool. Oh, something up there.
Let the show begin.
Oh, now we have to go up there. Not the other side? If I went to the other side, would there be anything? I'm assuming no. There's a chest. And a teleport. There should be a teleport to get us there. Just as there's a teleport to get us here. And here's a teleport.
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down? Or gravity itself?
Alright, 2 of these. Uh-huh. Wait. Open that door. And now we open the other door too. Whoa! Jeez. The fuck happened? Oh. Interesting. Okay, I think I see what happened. Or what needs to happen.
Seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Okay. I should have gone back first. We're gonna be coming back here. But we have to teleport back. Go through that door we just opened. Open the chest, go through the teleport there, and it'll bring us to the teleport on the other side. Where we can probably open that door from there. Yep. Wish I'd done that first. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Oh, we don't have to flip it upside down again. Yeah, because then I could have done all 3 at once. This is a door, apparently. It's got a heart valve. Oh. Just in case. No. I'd have got my wings out. That would have hurt. Oh, hi! Abyss Order.
Halt, humans! Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
An Abyss Herald? No, he doesn't look like someone from the Abyss Order.
Do you insist on an audience?
What do you mean he doesn't look like someone from the Abyss Order? He looks like an Abyss Herald.
Very well. Then I grant you the trial of destiny.
Wait, what? Are we fighting you now?
Foolish mortal!
Oops. Shit. Oh, there you are. Abyss Herald Frostfall. Our card command the ice and frost in battle. Some of its attacks decreases stamina of characters. Ah, got me. Right, it's an Abyss Herald, so we get him down to low health, and then there's a shield we gotta take out. Ice is good, though. I have 2 pyro people here. Woo! Fuck! Okay. Oh, fuck. I wanted you to be wet. I thought it would freeze you. Shit. Shit.
Time for retribution!
Wait, what's going on here? Man, I keep thinking he's gonna do that right away, and then I miss my chance. Nah, fuck this. Let's try this one. Hey, how about target him? Yeah? There we go. Woo!
Foolish mortals.
There we go. Distance, that's what I needed.
He was.
Terrifying? I've seen similar characters before.
He was a perfect being. I'm in awe.
Huh?
He had the most wondrous aura, a perilous yet beautiful power. Oh, truly mesmerizing. And yet, you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined.
You have unconventional tastes. I just have a lot of combat experience.
Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Oh dear. You worry me, Aid. You worried me from the moment we met. The door do its presentation upon opening. There we go. Very nice. Anything else here? No, we came from here. Just kind of dropping in. Statue? Oh wait, no, this is just a turn. We saw one of these before. Hello? That was surprisingly difficult to notice. Huh. Love the aesthetic of this place. Like, they did it well for what it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're just gonna let you open a wee bit and we're just gonna go through. Don't need such a presentation when we're already right next to you. Do that when we're across the room.
We've made it to the end.
What is that thing? Oh shit. Wrapped in chains, hanging in midair, emanating a sinister aura. There's no mistaking it. It's just like the the defiled statue. Like that. So it does have something to do with the Abyss Order, and these worshipping hilichurls remind me a little too much of the Grand Thief. That guy. Aid, this place is bad news. We've got to go. Aid?
Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for a power that you covet?
Whose voice is that? It must be coming from right inside my head. Can't Aid hear it?
Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow down? For I am no god. I am but a sinner.
A sinner?
You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
Who in the world are you? What do these words mean? The voice, it's gone. He's about to become an Abyss Herald, isn't he? Aid?
What just happened? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I was overcome by a sense of awe or joy, perhaps.
Are you alright now?
I am. I feel good. In fact, I feel better than I did before I came in here. How peculiar.
Something's not right about this place. We need to get out of here.
Oh, is that so? All right. As you wish.
Didn't we meet in a previous oh, you leave the ominous cave, return to his house. Didn't we meet in a previous story quest in Abyss Herald that was a gibbering madman like Aid is?
Colbert! Oh, thank goodness. He's still okay.
Don't we still need to go to the Statue of the Seven? Why are we back here?
I have a strange feeling that what just happened was meant to be. For this to happen, right at the moment when I was dreading worshipping at a statue of the Seven, it's as if fate was calling to me. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps it might be just as effective.
Sounds like a ridiculous idea, but if you insist.
I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options.
Another dose of medicine is administered to the Hilitrol.
Cory Bear.
Oh shit, what?
Papa?
A Hilitrol speaking in English.
Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! Oh, Cory Bear, my dear son!
I can't believe it. I'm stunned.
You see, it worked! Cory Bear can speak again!
Where's Mama?
Mama is... Cory Bear, look at me.
I already called you Papa.
Do you know who I am?
Of course. Your Papa.
Yes. Salvation! Sweet salvation! Yes, yes, this is what this feeling is. How do you feel, Cory Bear? Are you fully awake now?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long, long sleep. I dreamed that I was hiding in a little room. I didn't dare go out the whole time, and I didn't want to either. Wait. My body! What happened to me? Is this me? Papa? What's happened to me?
Don't panic, son. It's just... While you were sleeping, we went into a fairy tale world. There's no more Conry here. No more home. But, do you know what that means? No more red sky. No more end of the world. In this world, you have to be a little monster, but you get to stay with Papa forever.
Am I dead?
No, of course not. Look, Cory Bear, you still have Mama's scarf on your arm. That means she's watching over you, protecting you. So how could you be dead?
Really?
Yes, really. You've only just woken up, and this must all be very confusing for you. Just rest here for now. Things will get better. Oh, and you have to promise me something. Never take off your mask. Understand? Whatever happens, you mustn't take it off.
What happens? What happens if he takes it off? I want to know.
I promise.
What is under the Hilitrol's mask? Father and son talk for a while, yada yada yada.
Since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I can't believe this is really happening.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired against us would ever offer redemption. But the god we saw in that cave, now that was a truly mighty god.
Which claimed not to be a god.
Seven. That wondrous power, it was truly enchanting. Surely that must have been the reason I bowed down. Now then, after one besieges a god, and the god responds by answering their prayers, should they, do something to show their devotion? Piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes.
But Abe, that was not a god. That was a sinner.
A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You don't know a single thing about him. How dare you utter such blasphemy? You and I have both witnessed his divine power. When has the Seven worked a miracle like this before? Never! He is a god, mightier than they, and yet you would call him a sinner.
He called himself that.
Preposterous. No matter. Believe what you will. You cannot shake my faith. I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Fine, go ahead. His experience has deeply affected him. Not that he was particularly stable to begin with, but this religious fervor is something else. Guess I better catch up with him anyway. There are monsters everywhere. I can't stand by and let him fall into their hands. Damn it, I was hoping this is where we'd end this. The far side of fate. Enter the cavern again. Please don't make me explore the whole place again. I don't like repeating things. Smoke's still there. Go to the mysterious statue. Do we actually have to run through this whole place again? Oh, I haven't healed. Open faster. Really making me run to the end again. Oh no, enemies. Fucking ice water combo. Oh. Didn't have to go through the puzzle section again.
Impossible!
It's
What
gone?
happened?
It was right here.
The Hilichurl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion?
Seems unlikely. We couldn't have both seen the exact same illusion.
That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. I still feel that awesome and wondrous power flowing through my mind and body. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly no dream. It was a wonder. Yes, a divine wonder. Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, we shall see it again.
You're turning into a zealot. Let's just go back.
Could he really have been a sinner and not a god?
Yeah, he literally claimed to be himself. You take him, who seems to be in a trance, back to his house. Okay.
Kari Bear? Where has he gone?
He's not in here.
Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here.
Break-in? Your door is leaves. Maybe he ran off?
This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer in his current state?
Well, then we'd have to find him first. There's no time to lose.
Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it.
The mirror was in there. He looked at himself.
Oh no. Did he?
There it is. So he broke the mirror.
The mirror! It's broken!
But hasn't the mirror been broken this whole time? What does the broken mirror mean?
He must have taken his mask off and seen what he looks like beneath it. If he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him.
I put together that this was the past immediately. And the character is only just now putting it together.
It's his scarf. He dropped it. Looks like we are going the right way.
No, he must have purposefully taken it off. Because that was tied onto him. Alright, now we're going to the north side.
Kari Bear! Kari Bear! Where are you? Curses! Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a Hilichurl? A Hilichurl should have come past this way. Have you seen it?
I asked you first. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I said, have you seen a Hilichurl?
Aid!
Hey, whoa. Look, sir, there's no need to get so worked up. There are Hilichurls everywhere. What's the big deal? We see plenty of them out here.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there. Those dumb boneheads.
You Forest Ranger scum! You spawn of the Seven are all the same! I'll have your heads if you so much as laid a finger on Kari Bear!
You're raving mad! You've got some gall coming here to our nation insulting the Forest Rangers!
Curse you all, Forest Rangers!
Stop it, Aid! Stop, or the Forest Rangers and I will have to make you. So it's come down for now, thanks to your urging.
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few Hilichurls? Makes no sense.
He'd only just regained his mind. How could you do this to him? So tell me, Forest Rangers, Did you really spare none of them? Did you really take out every last hilly churl you saw?
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary hilly churl when I left the team to, use the toilet. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction, so I left it alone.
Still hope. It could well have been Care Bear. Kari Bear.
Wonderful.
I have to say it right, or it comes out sounding like Care Bears. Kari Bear.
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a thanks for the info, goodbye?
Look, I'm trying to rein in a madman. You try telling him what to do. Oh wait, you did, and it failed. Yo, Kari Bear. What is...
Kari Bear!
We found him.
Kari Bear, stop! It's me! It's Papa! Whatever you saw, it was... I told you. We're in a fairy tale world now. Nothing here is real. Please, Kari.
Oops.
Kari Bear?
He's not responding. He relapsed.
How could this happen? He regained his mind. He must be able to hear me. Surely. Come, Kari Bear. We have to go home now. Papa's here to take you home, all right?
Hold on, something's not right with him. What has that strange power done to him?
Papa.
Kari Bear,
Full cutscene.
Papa, I can't take it.
please, Kari Bear. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa.
He took his mask off. No. No! Show us!
I understand.
Damn it!
now. Finally, it all makes sense.
Hi, what the fuck happened? What happened? Did I faint? I remember Kari Bear taking his mask off, but then...
Ah, Traveler, you're awake. Finally, we can rejoice together. Wait, no. Why am I still calling you Traveler? Oh, I have known your true identity for some time now.
What do you mean, true identity? Are you okay?
I suspected it was you from the beginning. I had to talk to you to be sure.
But I've never met you.
Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can hardly be expected to know all of us. In any case, I've been using a fake name this entire time.
Oh, great.
Is the name of a servant I once had.
No wonder it's just aid.
My real name is Clotar. Clotar Alberich.
Oh, great. Alberich? You can't be.
You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable. The power inside Kari Bear and the power of the one you call a sinner. It was one and the same. Yeah. I am positive now. It's the power of the abyss, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
At long last, I have seen it with my own eyes.
I didn't see clearly what happened to Kari Bear.
That is no business of yours.
Yes, it is. It happened in front of me. Tell me what happened.
Yes. Salvation for a sinner can only come from a sinner. Kari Bear did not deserve his fate, but now it's wonderful. he will be able to weave his own destiny anew. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Oh, shit. There's that term again. Loom of Fate. You're right about this being from the Abyss, but the Abyss is sinister and dangerous.
Sinister? Dangerous? Oh, I never imagined that you, of all people, would deny the Abyss. How ridiculous! We once believed that you would bring new strength and hope to Conria. To us, you were the Abyss. A wondrous mystery far beyond our imagination and comprehension. And
Hey, Arlock, have you put it together yet?
the Abyss can control
You're your sister at the
anything.
moment.
We yearned for that future. We looked to you to take us there. But what did you bring us instead? Oh, Princess of Conria.
Yep, here we go. Another full cutscene.
He just called me?
Here we go! Look in the mirror! Called this from the beginning. Yep, drop it, break the mirror. It was already broken.
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
And we wake up. That is, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness you're awake.
I called it literally from the beginning.
Traveler? Traveler?
What happened while you were unconscious?
Memories
I checked
happened,
the ley
but
lines
not my own.
nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them, and they've been in turmoil ever since. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness?
The founder of the Abyss Order, Albrecht. What happened to him?
You mean Clotar Alberich? After founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the Abyss led him to do a great many things. But the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And in the end, neither his faith nor the Abyss he worshipped could save him. After 100 years, he lost his mind completely and was never seen again. Yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life.
And despite that, my sister ultimately sided with him, didn't she?
You could say that. She wouldn't be the Abyss Order's princess otherwise.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
I have a story to tell you. Your words send Dainsleif deep into thought.
So you saw her memories from centuries ago, through your own eyes. It all but defies belief. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the Loom of Fate did indeed rear its head during that time. And it seems closely connected to Clotar Alberich's son, Caribert, and what happened to him. And yet your sister never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that she decided to go down this path?
I also wish I could know what she thought of all this. One thing is clear. That was not a happy memory.
Indeed. Clearly, this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. This was where it all began.
Yeah, I almost forgot. Something I need to check.
What is it?
I need to know what lies buried in this field.
The field? What does that have to do with anything?
You mean here? Well, let's start digging and see.
After some time, you and Dainsleif discover what is buried in the
You
field.
scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you
We're done. You can open your eyes now.
A male and female skeleton, buried together. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later, and it's holding a silk scarf in its hand. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here?
I think that the bones of the man belong to Clotar Alberich.
What? That's impossible. Unless Clotar Alberich finally found a way to rid himself of the curse.
Perhaps he did.
This all raises far too many questions. I need time to think, and to search my memories for some missing pieces. We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna leave? Why? You could come with us, you know.
It's better that we split up for now. I think that he might have seen you.
Who's he?
You mean the voice that I heard inside my head?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, but I need to confirm some other details before I can be sure. If the time is right, I will tell you when we next meet.
But what do you mean that he saw the Traveler? How is that possible?
It was just a memory. It all happened hundreds of years in the past.
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else, they are no obstacle to him.
What? Why? What is he?
A sinner.
All right, let's leave it there. Get some rest. Goodbye.
There goes Dane. And just like that, it's back to being the two of us again, huh?
Oh, Paimon. One more thing.
What is it?
I missed you.
Huh?
Aww. Kari Bear. Complete. And achievement. Ooh-wee! That was something. But god damn it, show me what's under the Hilichurl's mask! Yep, and would you look at that? There we go. And there's the story quest and hangout event that we have to do. Which, man, we still got an hour. We're gonna do that. But, let's check what we got here first. We got 4 of them. Recall memories related to your kin, star-crossed night. Sickness unto near death, create the medicine that will bring hope. Far side of fate, witness the miracle granted by the sinner. And complete Kari Bear. Okay. I'll do this after the other stuff. We know that it's voiced, so it will be, I guess, worth doing, probably, but first off is Dia. Dea? I forget how it was pronounced. Shade upon red silk. Oop. Spawned us above. Wait, you're in the bazaar, right? So down here. Glide all the way in. Alright, going straight into the next bit of story that's totally unrelated to what we just saw.
What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some.
That wasn't on our list, was it?
We can still add it to the list.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
Hey.
Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite
Dunyazad, it has been a while.
So you two are still hanging out together. Dia, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard. Not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dia wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes! I can't believe you can still refuse that!
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave? There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my
There's a
lady,
web
but
event for
no
this.
can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
All right, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like I feel like something is off about you lately. Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid. Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that?
That response makes me worry more.
I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
Yeah, that's why I'm not telling you.
Junior's was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya?
Nope.
All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra
I
attention.
always liked Dia's design, but I've
You may
heard
already
that
know, the Eremites have both a lot of
her skill set
mercenaries
is kinda
and a
weird.
complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relics.
Deshret's Relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
King Deshret.
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years.
Beard of the King.
Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
What?
Say what now?
I think I'm
All right,
starting to
that's a
understand your
twist.
anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them. Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
I don't know how Deshret's relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target. I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him? He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women. Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
I'm sorry, Dia. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person. He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade.
How did he not know who your mom was? Wouldn't she have been the one to
But the problem
deliver
was
you?
He had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play. Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
It doesn't sound like he had all bad intentions.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish, but that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him. Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them. No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me.
You just want to find out why they suddenly started causing so much more trouble.
Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
I'll go back to the desert with Dea.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Well, he's super tough, so if he went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took him along to help.
You can count on me.
I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
Lion's blood. Started.
Please be careful. I'll stay in the city and wait for news from you. Just don't do anything reckless, all right?
Do you know us? Too bad we can't pet the dogs in this game. There you are. Or there someone is?
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours?
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. There's no need to be so formal with us. We're a pretty casual crew. Anyway,
Blazing Beast
since
member.
we've got a newcomer, let me fill you in on what the Khan al-Ahmar's been up to lately. They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets. They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Huh.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. It sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora.
By the way, I'm assuming that we're going to meet her father during this mission, during this quest line. And he's going to just be a standard Eremite model. They're not going to give him anything custom. I'm calling it now.
A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Wait, a power struggle?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as the Khan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
They were able to cause so much damage. That somehow makes things even more confusing.
It sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dia, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined? What we did is nothing compared to your experiences.
Yeah.
Whomst?
And while they went to talk with Khan al-Ahmar, I took a look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebot. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from him.
No, that's just the glowing jewelry that's green.
Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
most important guide. Wherever he goes, Paimon will follow.
Oh. In that case, then you'd better take care of her too, Dia.
Don't underestimate Paimon!
You don't do anything!
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the Traveler here.
And she likes to
Even if she
hide in
had
hammer
only survived
space.
on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
Oh, one other thing, Dia. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule? We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys. The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Ha!
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Huh?
No.
Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that, and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right.
Yeah, once in a lifetime
We can tell you
moment
about it
for
later.
what?
Now's not the time.
Seeing the rest of the brigade make
Try to
asses
make
of
this up,
themselves?
You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking about it.
That's fair.
That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homayanis. Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holof? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here is the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for getting rid of Dakan al-Akhmar's looted goods. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
So Dia started up her own brigade, the Blazing Beasts, and people joined up with it just because of her. And because of that, it all ended up being young guys. So that when when women tried to join, they were made too uncomfortable by so many guys who would just drool over them. That's why it is still only just guys. That is hilarious and stupid.
Now, like I said, the two ladies Dia brought with her were also like super mercs. I'm talking same level as Flamemane here. Oh, you should have seen it. The aura of the two of them when they were standing together, it was incredible. I was just at a loss for words, that's all.
Really, you were impressed by their power,
Shut up.
not the fact that they were women? Dicks. Alright, where are we going? Up here. No, over here. That's the... Yeah. that makes more sense. Purple is commission. That's later.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
No need to worry.
We're gonna get to try you out?
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of them.
Time passing music. Or, no, just sound effect, not music. Whatever. I know what I mean.
Ah, here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
Do we get to try you out? Yes, we do! Show me what we got. Oop. Beacon of the Reed Sea. Characters elemental skill hits an opponent. Their attack. Oh yeah, I found the recent update. We still get the sound effects from this screen while on all the others. It's weird. The skill hits an opponent. Their attack will be increased. Character takes damage. Their attack will be increased. So deal or take damage, you get your attack increased. That's cool. Weird shape for a blade, though. Two aforementioned effects can be triggered even when the character is not on the field. Usually when not protected by a shield, the character's max HP will be increased. Braveheart set. Look at those after talents. 4 strikes or continuous slashes. This art is Dia's own invention. This art of Dia's own invention changes its method of use depending on the combat situation. Oh, okay. Dominable Flame unleashed should there be no fiery sanctum field created by Dia herself present at the time. Deals AoE Pyro and creates a field known as Fiery Sanctum. So if there's no Fiery Sanctum, it creates it. And if it's there, will perform a leaping attack, dealing AoE Pyro damage before recreating a Fiery Sanctum field at a new position. Created this way will inherit the remaining duration of the previous field. So it just moves it, even though the duration continues. Raging Flame can be used only once throughout a single Fiery Sanctum field's duration. When an opponent within a Fiery Sanctum field takes damage, the field will unleash a coordinated attack dealing AoE Pyro damage to them based on attack and max HP. The effect can be triggered once every 2.5 seconds. Active characters within the field have the resistance to interruption increased, and when such characters take damage, a portion of that damage will be mitigated and flow into Redmane's blood. Dia will then take this damage over 10 seconds. The mitigated damage stored by Redmane's blood reaches or goes over a certain percentage of max. She will stop mitigating damage this way. That is so weird! Leonin Bite. Continuously unleash Flame Mane's fists. And when it ends, unleash an incineration drive. Okay. Within 6 seconds after retrieves the Fiery Sanctum field. Through Molten Inferno ranging flame. Or Leonin Bite. Less damage when receiving damage from it. Okay. Cover 20% of max HP. Okay, that's just when you get too low on HP, restore some and get regen. Interesting. Increase the movement speed of your own party members by 10% during the day. Does not take effect in domains, trans domains, spiral. That's a weird one. You're faster during the day. Yeah, what's on the constellation? Max HP increase and bonus damage based on her max HP with Molten Firmline and Bite. Raging Flame increased. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's close enough.
Oh, wrong button. Yeah, it's Deluxe style.
Let's get it on!
You won this one.
Okay. Fascinating. Look at all that fire.
You're the Flame Bane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. Alright, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
It's alright, Paimon. She knows what she's doing.
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds!
Also.
I'll save you the trouble.
Oh, shit!
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies.
There's emergency treatment. The bleeding in Satar's mouth is brought under control.
Definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
He tried to bite off his own tongue?
Why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking. There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something. I'm really sorry.
If we ever meet this random character again, he better have a lisp. And not gravely injured. Probably wake up soon. Be okay to leave me here for a little while. Some weapons in the boxes, as well as a bunch of medicine and bandages. Seems Dakana Lakmar is really up to no good. A lot of daily necessities like food and water in the boxes. Doesn't seem like there's anything noteworthy.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakana Lakmar. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No value?
Yeah, Every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered.
Maybe the mora amounts just happened to cancel each other out?
Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. They're
It's interesting they actually animated a paper in her hand.
Probably sourced from the rainforest. Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Uh-oh.
Homayani? You mean Dunyarzad's family? Could it just be another family?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and the head of the Homayani family. Just what the heck is going on here?
Calm down, let's analyze the situation first.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana Lakmar.
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakana Lakmar?
That's a possibility, but if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebot or Port Ormos.
If Shazamon was actually aware of this, then perhaps he's been supplying the brigade's operation this entire time.
Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homayanis are in need of money.
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of mora in the past, but that's still just a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make mora.
I don't think Dunyarzad knows anything about this either.
You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If we want to get to the bottom of this, we won't be able to turn back.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this. I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. I still have faith in the Homayanis. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support.
Yeah, make sure you lay out the facts in the same way we discovered them.
We can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakana Lakmar.
Dia, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the enemy?
I've considered that possibility, but even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust. She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I deal with people.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
I hope we'll be of help to her.
Yeah. Let's pay another visit to Sumeru City.
Caravan accounts. Whoop. Alright. See, this is what's great about being able to fast travel from anywhere to a point.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you come up with?
Actually, we're still investigating. It's just that we've discovered something strange.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
To you.
Something like that.
Actually.
Yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all. Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet. On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, "Dunyarzad, we're back!" So tell me, what happened?
We found this paper, look!
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the Master.
The Master? You mean my father? Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. I'll listen as attentively as I can.
He manages to explain the results of the investigation to
My
Dunyarzad.
father has been supplying goods to Dakan al-Akmar?
Based on this
Yeah,
paper we found.
It makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
Feels unlikely, though. Does
I
it?
can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Huh? You mean you feel the same way, Dunyarzad?
Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dia?
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of Mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question. Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone recommended us. I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You'd think none of this was a coincidence.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense. If my father had always been in contact with Dakan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dia into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dia to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
That's what things are looking like at this point.
Sorry we put all this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a violent group of mercenaries, then it's my duty to bring him back to reason.
But is that really the right thing to do? My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Dia.
It's alright, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
Honestly,
You don't
yeah,
have to
that
do
would...
my lady.
That
I'm
would...
not conflicted because
I
I'm
mean...
afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope. What was that thing about friendship again?
True friendship is built on trust. You said it yourself.
Right, yeah, trust.
Oh, pff.
Yourself, Dia.
Damn it.
Besides,
Damn it,
there's no
Paimon.
way on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts.
Your trust hasn't been misplaced. If your trust hasn't been misplaced, then he probably has many conflicting feelings as well.
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the master to come out and have a chat with us?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a logical explanation. Let's meet at the usual place then.
Usual place? Ah, right.
Wait for Dunyazad at the usual place. Well, it's directing us there, and I have an assumption of where it is. Yeah. The cafe. Or just outside the cafe. Ran out of stamina.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the Traveler, and next to him is his travel companion, Paimon.
Ah, yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time.
Shazamon.
It's a privilege to finally meet them in person. But we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you wish to discuss with me today?
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your attention. There's something on this record that we're all pretty curious about.
She explains the issue to Shazamon and admits her doubts.
So that's what you found. Huh. Seems like I can't keep everything from you much longer.
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. What I do know, though, Dia, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely cause you a great amount of anguish.
Wait, me?
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective commitment to do the right thing. But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, ignorance is bliss. Your father, Kusela, and I both believed that.
Oh?
Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but I must warn you. The facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself into sand, blowing in the wind. If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting mirage.
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I follow. I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father's support. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and fight for. None of these things have anything to do with him. I came here today to support you as the head of the Homiyani family. No warning will change my stance on that.
I understand. Then let me tell you a little story. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyazad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked by bandits. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support. Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dekan al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Dekan al-Ahmar go so far to save us and not spare the fellow Eremites? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyazad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really? I never knew.
Yeah, you were a
He
baby.
said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time and offered everyone generous remuneration.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door.
Yep, generic model,
And
as I
he
said.
knew to be strong and healthy
Mostly.
had been reduced to a shell of himself. He couldn't even walk anymore without his cane.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gotten into a fight. That was all. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through a particularly severe bout of her Elazar. There was no need for her to have a bodyguard when she could barely leave the house. But he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dia.
So he was the one who recommended Dia to you.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dia could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
And that's why you offered her such generous compensation?
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dia as my own daughter.
Wait, that's when?
And that's also why I tried
Before
to
you met her?
persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter to me.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any Mora from him, but he'd always sent me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago. The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even explosive materials.
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dekana Al-Akhmar started becoming more aggressive?
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dia at risk.
Okay, just to summarize here, we're thinking that, yeah, no, he must know about what's going on. And it seems like, yeah, I'm supplying him with stuff because I owed him a life debt. But I'm getting worried about what he's doing too. I just couldn't really refuse. Huh. I mean, that definitely makes him safe. But by that same token, he should have also stopped asking you for materials.
That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably came to me for help because he had nobody else to turn to. After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I turned down all his requests for explosives and weaponry.
Okay, that's
I am
fair.
aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming to harm, but I could not simply reject his plea for help. In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me feel least guilty about myself.
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his world. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me into this world in the first place.
Oof.
No, Dia, please don't feel that way.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions.
Maybe there's another way of looking at all this. Can you try to believe in him just one more time?
Another way? I don't know. I knew him, and he was nothing more than a childish brute. I can't understand what's going through his head.
Let me point out, when from what Dunyarzad's dad just said, Dia's dad knew that the greater company that his crew was a part of was evil, and he didn't want to have anything to do with that. And it sounds like this change in behavior is because his group went to war against the greater company. They're hurting other people too, it seems, which is a bit contradictory, but mostly they seem to be targeting Deshret's relics.
But I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last few years.
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything between the two of you would need to be resolved between you and him alone. I don't know Kusela's exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, I tried my best to avoid getting involved any further with him. However, there's a man on the list named Jawed. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member of the Corps of 30. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the Dakan al-Ahmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts. I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
Blue words, they're important.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Then I guess this is bye for now, unless...
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet. My father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I'm also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem.
Yeah.
I feel like our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the Corps of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. I am prepared to accept whatever verdict they choose. It's time to face my mistakes.
All right. Fascinating. Inside the tavern at night. This is the tavern, right? This is what they mean? Yes. Okay. Time is it? Got like less than 10 minutes, really? Yeah, if I start the next cutscene, it might take a while. But let's see how it goes. Oops. Keep trying to use the D-pad and they don't want me to do that. At night. It's almost night. Will this count? I mean, that's sunset. Let's see if sunset counts. If not, we'll just make you go forward again. No. Of course it doesn't. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 21. Let's see. Hi! I sat in the right place!
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps? Pretty bold, if you ask me.
Shh! Keep your voice down. How do you know all that? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private.
I only half trust
this place
that.
should do. All right. Back to my question. How did you all know about me?
Don't worry about that for now. You know what kind of punishment you'll face once we report you to the Corps, I assume.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this out. What are your terms?
So what's in it for you anyway, Mora?
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time, and Kusela took good care of me in the past. I waited in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down. I wouldn't only be helping my benefactor, but I could also make some quick Mora.
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating Dakan al-Akmar, and we're gonna put an end to their operations. If you provide some help for us, then we might just put in a good word later to reduce the terms of your punishment.
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first? Listen, I made quite a bit of more from my last run. Just give me a number, and I'm sure we can...
Nope.
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary is after something other than money.
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice words for me later.
We were going to, then you tried to bribe us.
Here's the spot they were at the last time I made my delivery to the desert.
That's better.
Feel free to go have a look. I'm just telling you, though, it's not on me if they're not there anymore.
Sure. And then you can forget about any nice words from us.
Hey, come on. Now you're just being unreasonable.
Yeah, that part's out of my control.
I know you're not leading us straight into a trap. Don't forget, you're the one with no bargaining chips.
All right, I get it. Why don't you go take a look, and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out something else for y'all.
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back to the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
It's interesting. One of the people we've been talking to in this, other than that first guy, have been really willing to talk about their crimes. Where is it directing me? To the desert, huh? Oh. Not the easiest place to get to. You know what? For now, we should call it for the night. We'll get back to this tomorrow. Yeah, we finished the Archon quest and made it probably halfway through Dia's story quest. So tomorrow we'll continue, if not finish, the story quest and do what we can with the hangout. Hopefully we'll be able to finish the whole thing in one go. Because there's a good chance if we don't, I won't have enough for a full stream the next time. But yeah, we'll see how this goes tomorrow. But for now, let's see about a raid. Nope, not that one. This one. Who is online? Who is online? Oh wow, a lot of people are online. That's usually a good plan. Don't know what she's into. I mean, yeah. It's Friday night. And the Weary 101 is open. So of course we will be sending you there. I see Taka and I see a robot. I think. Yep, no idea what's going on. But it's the Weary 101, so it's always a good time at the bar. Alright, I'll send y'all that way. And until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.